G'day, family. It is February the 9th. This is the Bible in a Year challenge. We are reading the Bible together every day, verse by verse and chapter by chapter. And today we are starting a brand new book. It's the book of Numbers. Thanks for joining me. Let's get stuck into God's Word today. The first part of Numbers, the first couple of chapters, has a lot of genealogy type and census type structure. We're probably going to just skip over that, not because it's not important, but because there's a lot of names and also just a lot of repetitive numbering of people. Let's get stuck into God's Word together. The Lord spoke to Moses in the wilderness of Sinai in the tent of meeting on the first day of the second month, in the second year after they had come out of the land of Egypt, saying, Take a census of all the congregation of the people of Israel by clans, by fathers' houses, according to the number of names, every male, head by head. From 20 years old and upwards, all in Israel who are able to go to war, you and Aaron shall list them company by company, and there shall be with you a man from each tribe, each man being the head of the house of his fathers. And these are the names of the men whom shall assist you. And then it lists a whole bunch of names of people that are going to assist them in taking of the census. Yep, lots of names. All right, verse 16. These were the ones chosen from the congregation, the chiefs of their ancestral tribes, the heads of the clans of Israel. And so Moses and Aaron took these men who had been named, and on the first day of the second month, they assembled the whole congregation together, who registered themselves by clans, by fathers' houses, according to the number of names from 20 years old and upward, head by head, as the Lord commanded. And so as the Lord commanded Moses. And so he listed them in the wilderness of Sinai. The people of Reuben, Israel's firstborn, their generations, by their clans, by their fathers' houses, according to the number of their names, head by head, every male from 20 years old and upward, all who were able to go to war. Those listed of the tribe of Reuben were 46,500. And this repeats then for all the companies, the peoples of Israel, the clans. So there's Gad, and there's Judah, and there's Issachar, and there's Zebulun, and then the people of Joseph, and then it numbers the people of Manasseh, and numbers the people of Benjamin, and it numbers the people of Asher, and you're numbering the people of Naphtali, and you're numbering the clan. Okay, great. So these are those who were listed, who Moses and Aaron listed, with the help of the chiefs of Israel, 12 men, each representing his father's house. So all those listed of the people of Israel by their father's houses, from 20 years old and upward, every man able to go to war in Israel, all those listed were 603,550. But the Levites were not listed among them by their ancestral tribes. For the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Only the tribe of Levi you shall not list, and you shall not take a census of them among the people of Israel, but appoint the Levites over the tabernacle of the testimony and over all its furnishings, and over all that belongs to it. They are to carry the tabernacle and all its furnishings, and they shall take care of it, and shall camp around the tabernacle. When the tabernacle is to set out, the Levites shall take it down, and when the tabernacle is to be pitched, the Levites shall set it up. And if any outsider comes near, he shall be put to death. The people of Israel shall pitch their tents by their companies, each man in his own camp, and each man by his own standard. But the Levites shall camp around the tabernacle of the testimony, so that there may be no wrath on the congregation of the people of Israel. And the Levites shall guard over the tabernacle and the testimony. And thus did the people of Israel. They did according to all that the Lord commanded Moses. And then it talks about the arrangement of the camp, and it's fairly repetitive as well. But let's have a quick look at it. The Lord spoke to Moses and Aaron, saying, The people of Israel shall camp, each by his own standard, with the banners of their fathers' houses. They shall camp facing the tent of meeting on every side. Those to the camp on the east side, towards the sunrise, shall be of the standard of the camp of Judah by the companies, the chief of the people of Judah being Nashon, the son of Amminadab, his company as listed being 74,600. And then it repeats the rough layout of the entire camp as they were sort of to camp in Jerusalem. If you're interested, you can watch videos of these, and it's actually pretty interesting how the camp layout was set out sort of around the temple, the tabernacle. All right, let's keep going. So this is the layout, and it also lists how many people. It's essentially like a repeat of the census data as well. North side, Asher is there. Yep, yep. All right, the sons of Aaron. These are the generations of Aaron and Moses at the time when the Lord spoke with Moses on Mount Sinai. These are the names of the sons of Aaron: Nadab, the firstborn, and Abihu, Eleazar, and Ithamar. These are the names of the sons of Aaron, the anointed priests, whom he ordained to serve as priests. But Nadab and Abihu died before the Lord when they offered unauthorized fire before the Lord in the wilderness of Sinai, and they had no children. So Eleazar and Ithamar served as priests in the lifetime of Aaron, their father. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Bring the tribe of Levi near, and set them before Aaron the priest, that they may minister to him. They shall keep guard over him, and over the whole congregation before the tent of meeting, as they minister at the tabernacle. They shall guard all the furnishings of the tent of meeting, and keep guard over the people of Israel, as they minister in the tabernacle. And you shall give the Levites to Aaron and to his sons. They are wholly given to him from among the people of Israel. And you shall appoint Aaron and his sons, and they shall guard their priesthood. But if any outsider comes near, he shall be put to death. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Behold, I have taken the Levites from among the people of Israel, instead of every firstborn who opens the womb among the people of Israel. The Levites shall be mine, for all the firstborn are mine. On the day that I struck down all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, I consecrated for my own all the firstborn in Israel, both of man and of beast, and they shall be mine. I am the Lord. And the Lord spoke to Moses in the wilderness of Sinai, saying, List the sons of Levi by father's house and by clans, every male from a month old and upward you shall list. And so Moses listed them according to the word of the Lord, as he was commanded. And these were the sons of Levi by their names. And then it goes through another list of names and genealogies. There's Gershom, and there's 7,500 people. We'll connect with. And then there's Kohath, and the Kohathites. And then Merari, and the Mahalites. There's a lot of genealogies in these first couple of chapters of Numbers. Okay, redemption of the firstborn. And the Lord said to Moses, List all the firstborn males of the people of Israel from a month old and upward, taking the number of their names. And you shall take the Levites for me, I am the Lord, instead of all the firstborn among the people of Israel, and the cattle of the Levites instead of all the firstborn among the cattle of the people of Israel. So Moses listed all the firstborn among the people of Israel, as the Lord commanded him, and all the firstborn males according to the number of names from a month old and upwards, as listed, were 22,273. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Take the Levites instead of all the firstborn among the people of Israel, and the cattle of the Levites instead of their cattle. The Levites shall be mine, and I am the Lord. And as the redemption price for the 273 of the firstborn of the people of Israel, over and above the number of the male Levites, you shall take 5 shekels per head, and you shall take them according to the shekel of the sanctuary, the shekel of 20 gerahs, and give the money to Aaron and his sons as the redemption price for those who are over. So Moses took the redemption money from those who were over and above those redeemed by the Levites. From the firstborn of the people of Israel, he took the money, 1,365 shekels by the shekel of the sanctuary, and Moses gave the redemption money to Aaron and his sons, according to the word of the Lord, as the Lord commanded Moses. The Lord spoke to Moses and Aaron, saying, Take a census of the sons of Kohath, from among the sons of Levi by their clans and their fathers' houses, from 30 years old and up to 50 years old, all who can come on duty, and to the work in the tent of meeting. This is the service of the sons of Kohath in the tent of meeting, the most holy things. When the camp is to set out, Aaron and his sons shall go in and take down the veil of the screen and cover the ark of the testimony with it. Then they shall put on it a covering of goatskin, and spread on top of that a cloth of all blue, and shall put it in its poles. And over the table of the bread of the presence they shall spread a cloth of blue, and put on it the plates, the dishes for incense, the bowls and the flagons for the drink offering. The regular showbread also shall be on it. Then they shall spread over them a cloth of scarlet, and cover the same with a covering of goatskin, and shall put in its poles, and they shall take a cloth of blue, and cover the lampstand for light, with its lamps, its tongues, its trays, and all the vessels for oil with which it is supplied. And they shall put in it with all its utensils in a covering of goatskin, and put on it the carrying flame. And over the golden altar they shall spread a cloth of blue, and cover it with a covering of goatskin, and shall put in its poles. And they shall take all these vessels of the service that are used in the sanctuary, and put them in a cloth of blue, and cover them with a covering of goatskin, and put them on the carrying frame. And they shall take away the ashes from the altar, and spread a purple cloth over it. And they shall put on it all the utensils of the altar which are used for the service there, the fire pans, the forks, and the shovels, and the basins, and all the utensils of the altar. And they shall spread on it a covering of goatskin, and shall put in its poles. And when Aaron and his sons have finished covering the sanctuary and all the furnishings of the sanctuary, as the camp sets out, after that the sons of Kohath shall come to carry these, but they must not touch the holy things, lest they die. These are the things of the tent of meeting that the sons of Kohath are to carry. And Eleazar the son of Aaron the priest shall have charge of the oil for the light, the fragrant incense, the regular grain offering, and the anointing oil, with the oversight of the whole tabernacle and all that is in it, of the sanctuary and its vessels. And the Lord spoke to Moses and Aaron, saying, Let not the tribe of the clans of the Kohathites be destroyed from among the Levites, but deal thus with them, that they may live and not die when they come near to the most holy things. Aaron and his sons shall go in, and appoint them each to his task and to his burden, but they shall not go in to look on the holy things, even for a moment, lest they die. The Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Take a census of the sons of Gershom also, by their fathers' houses and by their clans. From 30 years old up to 50 years old you shall list them, all who can come to do service in the tent of meeting. This is the service of the clans of the Gershonites, in serving and bearing burdens. They shall carry the curtains of the tabernacle and the tent of meeting, with its coverings, and the covering of goatskin that is on top of it, and the screen for the tabernacle of the tent of meeting, and the hangings of the court, and the screen for the entrance of the gate of the court that is around the tabernacle and the altar, and their cords, and all the equipment for their services. And they shall do all that needs to be done with regard to them. And the service of the sons of the Gershonites shall be at command of Aaron and his sons, in all that they are to do, to carry, and in all that they have to do. And you shall assign to their charge all that they are to carry. This is the service of the clans of the sons of the Gershonites in the tent of meeting, and their guard duty. And the guard duty is to be under the direction of Ithamar, the sons of Aaron, the priest. As for the sons of Merari, you shall list them by their clans and their fathers' houses. From 30 years old up to 50 years old you shall list them, everyone who can come on duty to do the service of the tent of meeting. And this is what they are charged to carry, as the whole of the service in the tent of meeting: the frames of the tabernacle with its bars, pillars, and bases, and the pillars around the court with their bases, pegs and cords, with all their equipment and all their accessories. And you shall list by name the object that they are required to carry. This is the service of the clans of the sons of Merari, the whole of their service in the tent of the meeting, under the direction of Ithamar, the son of Aaron the priest. And Moses and Aaron and the chiefs of the congregation listed the sons of the Kohathites by their clans and their fathers' houses, from 30 years old up to 50 years old, everyone who could come on duty for the service of the tent of meeting. And those listed by the clans were 2,750. This was the list of the clans of the Kohathites, all who served in the tent of meeting, who Moses and Aaron listed according to the commandment of the Lord by Moses. Those listed of the sons of the Gershom by their clans and their fathers' houses, from 30 years old up to 50 years old, everyone who could come on duty for service in the tent of meeting, those listed by their clans and their fathers' houses were 2,630. This was the list of the clans of the sons of Gershom, all who served in the tent of meeting, who Moses and Aaron listed according to the commandments of the Lord. Those listed of the clans of the sons of Merari by their clans and their fathers' houses, from 30 years old up to 50 years old, everyone who could come on duty for service in the tent of meeting, those listed by the clans were 3,200. This was the list of the clans of the sons of Merari from Moses and Aaron, listed according to the commandments of the Lord by Moses. All those who were listed of the Levites who Moses and Aaron and the chiefs of Israel listed by their clans and their fathers' houses from 30 years old up to 50 years old, everyone who could come to the service of the ministry and the service of bearing burdens in the tent of meeting, those listed were 8,580. According to the commandments of the Lord through Moses, they were listed, each one with his task of serving or carrying. Thus, they were listed by him as the Lord commanded Moses. And we'll also read together Psalm 40. I waited patiently for the Lord, and he inclined to me and heard my cry. He drew me up from the pit of destruction, out of the miry bog, and set my feet upon the rock, making my steps secure. And he put a new song in my mouth, a song of praise to our God. Many will see and fear and put their trust in the Lord. Blessed is the man who makes the Lord his trust, who does not turn to the proud and those who go astray after a lie, who have multiplied, O Lord my God, your wondrous deeds and your thoughts towards us. None can compare with you. I will proclaim and tell of them. They are more than can be told. In sacrifice and offering you have not delighted, but you have given me an open ear. Burnt offering and sin offering you have not required. Then I said, Behold, I have come. In the scroll of the book it is written of me, I delight to do your will, O my God. Your law is within my heart. I have told the glad news of deliverance. In the great congregation, behold, I have not restrained my lips. And as you know, O Lord, I have not hidden your deliverance within my heart. I have spoken of your faithfulness and your salvation, and I have not concealed your steadfast love and your faithfulness from the great congregation. As for you, O Lord, you will not restrain your mercy from me. Your steadfast love and your faithfulness will ever preserve me. For evils have encompassed me beyond number. My iniquities have overtaken me, and I cannot see. They are more than the hairs of my head. My heart fails. My heart fails me. Be pleased, O Lord, to deliver me. O Lord, make haste to help me. Let those be put to shame and disappointed altogether who seek to snatch away my life. Let those be turned back, brought to dishonor who delight in my hurt. Let those be appalled because of their shame, who say to me, Aha, aha. But may all who seek you rejoice and be glad in you. May those who love your salvation say continually, Great is the Lord, and as for me, I am poor and needy, but the Lord takes thought for me. You are my help and my deliverer. Do not delay, O my God. Fantastic psalm, and very interesting how the psalmist talks about sacrifices and an obedient heart. Thanks for joining me today. We'll be back tomorrow, and until then, have a blessed day.